To say it's been a banner year for Canadians in sport would be an understatement. From the NFL to the NHL, all the way to the Olympics, athletes from our country have made their mark in the history books. And joining us now to talk about some of Canada's best, including one who topped an official list, is Sportsnet's Arash Madani. Thank you so much for being with us here today.
Great to be here.
And a great day because we're talking about the Northern Star Award. So which Canadian walked away with the title as Canada's top athlete?
It wasn't really a surprise when Summer McIntosh won this award. I mean, you're talking about somebody who won 3 gold medals and a silver at the Paris 2024 Olympics, and it's the manner in which she did it, the dominance in the medley where she is already the world record holder, the fact that she has now won more gold medals at an Olympics than any Canadian ever at a single Olympics. And this is still a teenager. This is somebody who has a chance to become Canada's most prolific Olympian ever. Summer McIntosh did all of this at age 17.
That's incredible. And there's a reason you kept reminding us during the summer, by the way, because you were at the Olympic Games, that this is the summer of summer for a reason there. You went to the Games, as I mentioned. What were your takeaways from Summer McIntosh? By the way, she made everything look so easy.
She really did. And you think about how it started. She won silver in the 400-meter freestyle. She actually set the world record today in that very event. How's that for timing? But when she got on the podium for the first time, she just said, we're just getting started. And there was a lot of pressure on McIntosh coming into this thing. This was her second career Olympics. There was a lot of hype coming into it. The questions were swirling. Can she live up to the hype? And then not only does she win by almost 8 seconds in the 400-meter medley, she actually broke into a smile under the water. Then you fast forward to the 200 IM. She was behind by 1.5 meters coming home in the final home stretch, and she came from behind to win. So it didn't matter if it was all-out dominance or she was trailing. She found ways to be at the top of the podium 3 different ways in these Olympics.
She's only starting here. Okay, I think we also need to highlight some of the other incredible Canadian athletes, some notable names who were finalists for this award here. You have Connor McDavid, Natalie Spooner, Shea, who I believe won it last year. He's in the running once again. Walk us through these Canadian athletes here and their dominance in their field.
Well, you talk about Natalie Spooner. Let's start there. Here's somebody who was pregnant. Here's somebody who had a baby. Here's somebody who also lit the PWHL on fire. You think about Connor McDavid, even in a losing effort for the Edmonton Oilers, won the Conn Smythe Trophy for the top playoff performer. And then for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, I mean, what we're talking about here is not just the greatest Canadian basketball player ever, but somebody who throughout the year, over the course of 2 seasons, averaged better than 30 points a night, dominated in the playoffs, was the leader of our Olympic team when everybody no-showed against France. It was Shea who delivered. He was a runner-up for NBA MVP. We are talking about one of the best basketball players on the planet in a sport that's the second most participation around the globe after soccer. It's just amazing when you look at just how vast the kind of Canadian sports landscape is and how many sports it now touches.
And I'm listening to you speaking about these Canadian athletes here, and it really shows you the dominance that these superstars really have, not only at a local level, but really internationally. Where do you see the future of these athletes going? And I know that this is, it's a question I'm asking you, but I know it's hard to really narrow in.
Yeah, you know, for a long time we used to be a hockey country and a hockey baseball country, and now you see what Alphonso Davies and Jonathan David are doing in soccer. You see what's happening in the NFL. More Canadians now than ever before making impacts. Chuba Hubbard of Edmonton has already rushed for over 1,000 yards this year. Brady Oliveira of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers won Most Outstanding Canadian and league MVP in the CFL. It's just all over the place, and we're going into another Olympic cycle on the winter side. Can the Canadians deliver in the winter sports where we've traditionally dominated? Something tells me we'll be having the same conversation a couple of years from now.
I think, yes, more to come. Arash Madani, thank you so much. So great having you here to celebrate our Canadian athletes.